dope city of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yeah, I wanted to do this video right quick. My son is out on the court doing his thing. Um, it's just another beautiful day in Brazil, and I just wanted to share with you guys. The weather is idyllic, like most days. That's my cutie pie there. Idyllic 70s, maybe early 80s, more like high 70s. I mean, the weather can't get any better. We're at a spot called Beco Alley, Beco do Nego, okay? And he's just shooting, but busting some hoops, doing his thing. And we're just excited and feeling good. We've been getting around, going to our old martial arts classes from before when we were living here, getting signed back up for different activities in the community, and just enjoying life. Like, it's such a amazing quality of life here in São Paulo. I'm so grateful. I have been getting, some messages from certain ones that want to know more about, like, okay, how are you really doing this? How São Paulo, like, for real, and everything. So I'm going to go and I'm going to do some more edited videos, breaking down, like, certain aspects of living here. But ultimately, it is like a place where ease is promoted. So you can make a transition to Brazil relatively easy. You just need to get a little bit of research under your belt, know what you're dealing with, maybe pick up some language skills, and it's a pretty easy place to come and just settle in. I mean, most of the people I know that have come here, they end up wanting to stay. Most people want to stay when they come here. Literally don't even want to go back home. Don't even want to leave. Don't even care if they go anywhere else in the world after this. It's kind of crazy, but the quality of life is that high. And I was thinking about it today. I was like, well, what makes it so high? What makes it so different from anywhere else? And I was trying to figure out, because I mean, obviously Brazil is vast. It's a huge country. Every region is different, but there's something underlining it. There's some magic or some kind of underlying energy that makes it so irresistible in a certain type of way. It just makes it so palatable. It feels so good to the soul. And I think that's what it is. I think it's the quality of the people. I think it's the smoothness and the harmonious way the society has been set up here. It's not a perfect place, don't get it twisted, but there's just something about how they set up their cities that it kind of keeps the humanity in mind in a way that is just unique to here, and unique to a lot of Latin countries. But my vibes are definitely here in Brazil. Um, it is very smooth doing transactions. People are relatively, like, super friendly, to be honest with you. That can be kind of on a spectrum, but mostly you have, like, the most friendliest, helpful people you'll ever come across. Women, men, everyone. So helpful. Sometimes you won't even know how to read it. They're so helpful because you'll be like, what? Like, are they trying to do something? Are they up to something? I mean, we can be very skeptical and very kind of negative minded, as especially people coming from, like, more Western countries, other countries, ones that are considered to be first world. So, we can be real skeptical, but people are, like, generally nice here, like, generally helpful. That doesn't mean you don't have a ton of scam artists. You definitely do have that too. But ultimately, like, the average Brazilian, so helpful, so nice, so easy to vibes with and get along with. Does that translate to deep relationships all the time? No. But is that okay? Yeah. If you're good and you know who your peoples are, and maybe they don't even live here, maybe they're not with you, but if you already have your clan and you know who your clan is, know who your clan is and know who your associates are. And yes, you can make bonds and deep bonds with people here too, but it takes time. Brazilians are very much family people. They're very much, a lot of them will be living in the same city their whole lives even, or they're around their whole family. You got hundreds of family members in one area. So it's like you have to respect people and the fact that they're used to who they used to. They're not always gonna super, like, embrace you to be like a full-on part of their family right off the jump, but they're very nice, very amicable, really enjoy the energy. So I think that has a lot to do with why we love it. I mean, yes, the music, the dance, the vibes, but it's an energy here. It really can't be explained by just a particular thing. It's an energy, and you have to experience it to understand it. It's not one that is like I can describe it to you. I mean, yes, we have a very high quality of life. There's a lot of fresh produce, wonderful food options, for people who are healthy eaters, vegan, vegetarian options. There's a ton of them. There always has been. This is a place that, I mean, obviously it's Brazil. It's a huge country with a huge agriculture industry, and a whole lot of land to grow things on. So there's a lot of produce everywhere. Things can be annoying sometimes. Some of the bureaucracy, sorry guys, it gets pretty loud. Some of the bureaucracy around things can get annoying, but not annoying enough to really dampen things for you. What I have noticed though is that Brazil does cities really well. So if you're coming out here, you're probably going to like err on the side of like an urban area, or at least a nice sized town, over like trying to go straight rural. I don't think it's as comfortable as a foreign person to go rural here. I tried it. It was an experience. We did it for like 9 months, but it's not one that I would like suggest. Like, people in smaller communities in rural areas, they are more jaded, they're more skeptical about foreign people coming in, so it can kind of make your life feel very isolating and make you feel very much like you just don't fit. And so I don't suggest that, but I will say they have a lot of amazing cities in this country, Sao Paulo being one of them, and Salvador being another. I mean, it's like the cities are just on hit. Brasilia, there's cities in Guaiana, there's cities all over Brazil. Like, it's so many good, like, larger towns and cities here. It's unbelievable. You almost have to just travel around and just see where you feel the most comfortable. It's so much. It's such a big country. So yeah, y'all, this is, if you are looking for somewhere and you have some income coming in remotely or whatever, and you're looking for somewhere to come post, there's lots of backdoor ways that you can stay here. Not lots, but there are a couple of ways to stay here longer term that I'm up on. And it's just they have the global nomad, the digital nomad visa, so that's always an option. That's a newer thing, but it's there, and it's available for you. There's a lot. So yeah, I was trying to see if anyone would come on, but nobody comes on anymore. I don't know if it's the time of day or what, but I'm just gonna keep talking for a bit. I noticed it, like, once you hit that 15-minute mark, then all of a sudden you start seeing people. So yeah, it's really the weather. Like, where I'm at right now, the weather is quite idyllic. Yes, it gets cold, chilly. It'll get chilly, particularly like in the early evenings here. I notice it kind of has a thing where it goes in Sao Paulo. The weather is amazing during the day. It gets kind of chilly around 5, 6. When sunset is coming in. And then all of a sudden I notice the weather, like the temperature will start to kind of pick up or something, or it'll start to feel warmer for some reason. And then throughout the night, it kind of chills out. So it goes through like phases every day, but it feels good and refreshing to the body. I came here from Florida, which was extremely humid and hot, not very enjoyable to me at all. And before that, I was in St. Croix. So we spent 3 weeks in Florida, and then we were in St. Croix, previously living the Virgin Islands. And I mean, that's always nice, but at the end of the day, it's nice to have the beach, and I love all the things and the nature spaces and places, right? But it was just too high. It was like the sun felt like it was like laying on top of you all the time. I don't know why it was so hot on St. Croix before I left, but it was just way hot. I didn't enjoy it. I wasn't enjoying it. So part of the reason we even came down here is because, I knew that here in the south of Brazil, more towards the southern portion of Brazil, you could get temperate, moderate climate. Everybody talks about how much they love the sun and they want to be in the sun, but like us, we've lived like straight in 90 and up, straight. for like 5 years. You know what I mean? So it's like we were kind of over it. The only break we had from that, we did have a break from that in the last 6 years actually, straight, was we were here in Brazil and we were up north in Bahia. It was super hot, but not like horrible like Florida, but like hot. And then we came down here and we were here for like 6 months in Sao Paulo, and that was a wonderful break. And then we went back to the Caribbean. No, we didn't. We went to Florida for a few weeks, and then we went to Costa Rica for 6 months. Costa Rica, we were up north in moderate temperate climate, but it was still hot. It was pretty hot. It's pretty tropical in Costa Rica, right? So we did that. It was nice. Way too rainy to really speak on. Costa Rica is just so rainy. It's like, it's hard to say if you like it or not. Like I can't. Like that's just depressing to me to live somewhere where it's like rains most like every day. I love water and rain, but it just gets old, right? But so our best time in those last years were here in Sao Paulo. So we came back. We just came back. It's like, okay, well, let's come back. And again, these last few weeks have just been pure joy and wonderfulness. So yeah, if you're looking for an option, you like urban and want to have access to amusing nature places too, or really amazing city parks, places where you can go catch a vibe and ground out and all those things, I would say Sao Paulo is a great selection for you. Anyway, I hope everyone is having the just best day. We're going to get ready to make some moves here pretty soon. I got to take my son to have in my acai bowl before I go back home and get back to work. But enjoy your day, y'all.